All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakabadash, Brakatham, double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that rule well, and a salute and a Shalom to all the Akim that are out your labor, pushing this truth in all sincerity and in truth. This is the Elder Yashawamba's lesson he put up earlier. News and prophecy sit in the dust on the path to perdition, right? I'm gonna do this is a lesson on something he said, right? And all I could think of was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the burning fiery furnace, right? And how they kept the faith, right? And they were what? Protected. See? Let's get it. I'm not sure of the timestamp where he said it, but let's see.
Those of the righteous ask these questions. What are the questions that the righteous are asking? At what point are you going to set up the kingdom? Why do we have to go through this? Why do we have to go through that? Right? And so forth. You can read the chapter on your own. It says, did not the souls of the righteous ask questions of these things in their chambers, saying, how long shall I hope on this fashion? And when cometh the fruit of the floor of our reward? Right? The righteous, those of us who are standing stiffly for the truth. All right. When do we get a reward? Okay. And unto these things, Uriel, the archangel, gave them answer and said, even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for ye have weighed the world in the balance. So ultimately, the prophets, okay, would have to come back until the final generation, all right, would be in the earth. And we believe that is in this time. Okay? So the end was not going to come during the Persian Empire. The end didn't come through, the Greeks. The end didn't come, at the fall of the Western Roman Empire. All right? And our forefathers have always asked, when? Okay? And we believe that this is the very end. All right? As everything is lining up, because the Lord has weighed the world in a balance. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times. And he does not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. Okay? The said measure has to be fulfilled. So we know and understand that the end is not going to come until all of the things that the Heavenly Father has determined through his word, right, are fulfilled. Okay, so the only thing we can do is rejoice and be comforted by what we're witnessing and be thankful to even be on the winning team, or to even be considered to be on the winning team.
Right.
Okay? Again, let's get Revelation, the 11th chapter, right? Revelation, the 11th chapter and the 18th verse. It says, and the nations were angry, right? And that's what we're witnessing. And thy wrath is come. And the time of the dead that they should be judged. The dead represents the heathen nations, as well as the 2/3 of our people who are likened unto them and their uncircumcised spirits. It says, in the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great. There's a reward coming, all right? Starting with the men of the Lord, the servants, the prophets, right? But also those of you, all right, small and great, who trusted in the message, who believed, who had faith, who helped, who, even if you couldn't help, financially or with alms or whatever, praying for us. Those things are not going unnoticed by the angels, man.
Yep.
You see, as we live in a world of darkness, all right, the elect are as lights, all right, amongst this crooked and perverse nation, right? It says, and that thou shouldest give reward unto the servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And this is ultimately what's getting ready to happen. A reward is on its way. You see? And we know it by the signs that we are, witnessing. Mark 13:7. Okay, and we don't ignore these things. You notice, whether it's people you work with or people in the world, they try to, your family members, they act like these things don't exist. They act like this is normal. They think it's going to go away. People are eating and drinking and being merry, traveling all over the world. Okay? And sometimes you may look at these people and get envious because you want to travel. You want to have fun. You want to enjoy your life. And it's not that you can't do particular things, but you have to be very mindful of the times that we're in and the Lord's judgment and determination for this world. So he says here, Mark 13:7, and when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. Okay, so this is what we're in, the beginning of sorrows, man. And it's going to culminate fast once the Lord, and we can see it. Things are happening fast. The times are speeding up, just like the Lord said.
Yep.
Okay, for nation shall rise against nation, all right, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places. There was just an earthquake in Louisiana.
Yep.
Here in the States, Louisiana just had an earthquake. Okay, that's rare. Earthquakes all over the world. All right? Perplexity. All right? And there shall be famines and troubles as the food trade, all of that, everything's being disrupted by this man's ill dealings. Esau, Edom. These are the beginning of sorrows. Okay? And then it goes into what? The fact that we're going to have to be delivered up. All right? And this happened to the disciples of Yahawashi back then. But, ultimately, all right, some of us are going to be, hoarded.
Here it is right here. Here it is right here.
Carted off into particular camps. All right? And you're going to have to keep the faith because the Lord is going to be with us even in those moments. Okay? A betrayal amongst, family members, certain brothers you thought were down.
All right, man, because it says what? In Revelation 2:10. Let me get it real quick. Revelation 2:10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. See? So, Jake, man, our faith is going to be tested, man. Because remember, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, their faith was tested. Right? Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael. Yeah, their faith was tested. Right, man? And Yahawashi came through for them. See? So our faith is going to be tested, man. Right? And also the 7 brothers in the book of 2nd Maccabees, see? Their faith was tested, man. And they remained faithful unto death. And their mother, right, man, and their mother did too. Let me get Daniel. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this is Daniel chapter 3, verse 1. It says, Nebuchadnezzar, the king, made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. Right? Then the princes, the governors, the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces were gathered together unto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. And they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Right? Then an herald cried aloud, to you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye shall fall, says ye fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. Right? Let's jump down. Verse 8, wherefore at that time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. They spake and said to the king, Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth, that he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. See? Now, let's jump down to verse 16. Because in the 15th verse, in Nebuchadnezzar, he gives them one more chance, right? It says here, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O king, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Right? So they are thrown in the burning fiery furnace, right? It says, but let's start at let's get 21. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Right? Their pants, turbans, robes, and other garments. Because it says, therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound in the midst of the fire, in the midst of the burning fiery furnace, right? Because in the book, the three holy children, what is called the prayer of Azariah. Let's get it. All right. It says, and they walked in the midst of the fire, praising Yahawashi and blessing Yahawashi. Then Azariah stood up and prayed on this manner, and opening his mouth in the midst of the fire, said, blessed art thou, O Yahawashi, power of our fathers. Thy name is worthy to be praised and glorified forevermore. Right, man? So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they were praising Yahawashi even in the fire. Right? So, Jake, man, we must we must constantly praise Yahawashi, even when we are thrown in prison, man. Even when we are carted off and thrown in one of these camps, man. We're going to have to praise Yahawashi, just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did. See? It says, Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and said unto his counselors, Did we not cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the son of Yahawah. So, Jake, man, who was in the burning fiery furnace with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Yahawashi was. Let me get it. Isaiah 41 and 10. Yeah, I know where I'm going. It says, Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee. Yeah, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Who's the right hand of Yahweh's righteousness? Who's the right hand of Yahweh's righteousness, man? Yahawashi is. He's the right hand of Yahawah. See? Right? Because it say what? What's that? What is it? As though some strange thing came right up. This is 1 Peter. 1 Peter 4 and 12. 1 Peter 4 and 12. It says, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. It says, If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach Yahawashi, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of Yahawah resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. All right? So, Jake, man, our Lord Yahawashi, he suffered. So, Jake, we are we are of Yahawashi's household. So we have to suffer too, though, man. This is a part of the condition of the battle, man, that we must embrace. Embrace. Let me get the word for embrace. I mean, the definition for embrace. Embrace. Let me get it in here, I guess. Embrace means to clamps in the arms, enclose, covet, handle. Hold on. It's not giving me much at all. giving me much. Hold on. Okay. What does it mean to embrace something? To embrace something means to accept it willingly and enthusiastically, to welcome it, right? All right? To welcome it with open arms. So, Jake, man, we must accept and welcome the hard times. That's the coming, man. That's the coming, man, because Yahawashi has been preparing us for it. Because, Jake, man, all the hell we've been catching, man, and all the misfortune and all that, man, that we were going through, man. Jake, man, that was building us up for the time was building us up, was getting us ready for the time that we are in, man. Jake, man, Jake, man, make sure your faith is built up, man. Make sure you're praying every day, man.
The pressure and the ill times that are coming on the earth, evil, Eve, time, ill, bad times are coming up on the earth, perilous times. Okay, as the scriptures say in the book of Second Esdras, all right, the 16th chapter.
All right, man. So, Jake, man, we've been preparing for this through the spirit and power of Yahawashi. Is on the way. Jake, man, stay strong. We almost home. Shalom. Hold on real quick. Let me go back to Daniel. Well, hold on. Let me go back. Let's get a few precepts real quick. Isaiah 12:2. Behold, Yahawah, it says, behold. Yeah, it says, yeah, Isaiah 12:2. Behold, Yahawashi is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For Yahawashi is my strength and my song. He has also become my salvation. See? All right, man, because it say what in Exodus? Moses said what? Stand still and see the salvation of Yahawashi. Jake, man, we are about to see the salvation of Yahawashi on a whole new level, man. On a whole nother level, man, that we never seen before. This is Psalms 27:1. Yahawashi is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Yahawashi is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? See? Psalms 46:7. Yahawashi of hosts is with us. The power of Jacob is our refuge. Salah. Verse 11. Yahawashi of hosts is with us. The power of Jacob is our refuge. Salah. See? Come on, man. Come on now. This is Psalms 29:11. Yahawashi will give strength unto his people. Yahawashi will bless his people with peace. All right, man. Now, this is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Hamashiach, Yahawashi, what strengtheneth me. See, man? So, Jake, man, in that time, man, Yahawashi will give us the strength to continue. Will you give us the strength to stay strong, man, and to keep, and will give us the strength to keep the faith, man. See? All right, so with that, I say shalom.